All right. Hello and welcome back, Guardians and Gamers, to this weekly reset for September 10th. And it's been a while since I've put one out. I know life just has a way of, not going in the certain directions. But moving on, this week, as always, starting at Tess at the Eververse, let's take a look at what she's got for us this week. And right off the bat, I do want to point out, make sure you're picking up your free Bright Dust. I'm actually glad that Bungie added that back to the game. Moving on, the first shader is the Lion's Pride shader. We've got the Nectar Dynamo shader, the Siva Emergence Transmat effect, as well as the Omega Mechanos Cloak, and we've got the Mirror emote. I took a look at it and I honestly didn't think it was really all that good. Moving on, we've got the Sylvan Ghost Projection, the Shapeshifter Weapon Ornament. Definitely, if you like the Wendigo, pick it up, but if not, it's kind of meh. Moving on, we've also got the Surging Current Sparrow, the Night Gas Ship, which is kind of cool. It's got that rugged, fallen look to it, if you like that kind of thing. It would have been kind of cool if there was like skulls on there, like guardian skulls. Anyways, we've also got the Archangel Ghost Shell. This has got like the Sleeper Simulant Rasputin kind of look to it. I've been debating whether or not to pick it up because it is unique. Moving on, we've got the Good Computing. So this one isn't like the typing on the keyboard. He's not really doing very much. Kind of just throws his thumb up and that's kind of it. I hate the little short emotes like that. Just leave them so he just keeps looking and moving the mouse and typing on the computer. I would have been fine with that. And we've also got the multiplayer kiddie pool. Next up, we've got the Shadow Legion entrance transmat effect, the Chrysalis entrance effect, as well as the loot chest effects. We got the Royal Treatment shader, the Iridescent Coral shader, the Coastal Suede shader, as well as the Chrome Stock shader. Let's go take a look at what Banshee's going to have for us today, and maybe he's got something for us. I highly doubt it, but you never know. So weapons this for today at Banshee, we got the False Promises auto rifle with threat detector and swashbuckler, the Nature of the Beast hand cannon with hipfire, grip, and demolitionist, the Farewell sidearm with moving target, as well as Vorpal, and we've got the Widow's Bite sniper rifle with lead from Golden Eye of the Storm. Like, those aren't terribly bad of combinations, really. Next up, we've also got the Falling Guillotine with Surrounded. Surrounded's pretty good, as well as Relentless Strike. So I would actually suggest, if you don't have one, definitely be picking it up. Let's go take a look at what Ada is going to have for us today. Everybody, if you can do me that favor, hit the like, hit the sub button. Drop by if there's any of the exotic missions, the dungeons, the raids that you guys are looking to do, any other games that you guys are into, whether it's the new Warhammer, Warframe. Drop by. Let us know what's on the go. Jump in, shoot the shit, and move on from there. Next up, we've got the Frumious set this week for the Hunter. So really, like I always say with Ada, you're not going to pick it up because it's got great stats. You're just going to be picking it up for that transmogging purposes. But for the shaders this week, we got the Gold Leaf shader, actually a really good one. Next up, we've got the Mercury Prophetic shader, as well as the new Monarchy Regalia shader. So this week, I do believe the raid is Root of Nightmares and the dungeon is Duality. Let's take a look at what Bungie has for us for our patch notes for today. So today is 8.0.5.4, and the activities, we got the Grandmaster Nightfall. So fix an issue where the catch-up node wasn't available for players that had completed 6 different Grandmaster Nightfalls. That would actually kind of suck. The Crucible, so Trials of Osiris, so fixed an issue where players could retain special ammo between rounds. Yeah, usually I thought you were supposed to be able to maintain ammo between rounds. If you don't use it, you keep it. Really? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, they fixed that so you don't get to keep your ammo between rounds. So exotic missions, Encore fixed an issue where progression could be blocked in the final boss encounter if the player had to repeat either left or the right capture ring. Fixed an issue where depositing a connection module too early during a certain section of the mission could trigger a team wipe. That would be kind of like, depositing it, everybody dies, and being like, let me figure this one out. Set the text and waypoint of certain step of the final boss encounter sequence to allow to always appear on screen to help clarify the need to repeat the sequence from beginning after a DPS window ends. All right, well, that's kind of interesting. So next up, we got gameplay and investment. So weapons. So fixed an issue where Ariana's Vow was not currently dealing 67% increased damage to barrier champions. Yeah, I guess that would kind of suck as well. It's glad that they noticed that right away instead of, having to put it on and not dealing with it. In addition, removed a 40% scaler the weapon had for dealing damage against barrier champions. So basically, they fixed the buff by the 27%. Actually, not 27. They basically fixed it so it's actually doing the proper 67% damage that it should be instead of negative 40%, which would be. It would really suck. It would probably still break the shield, but yeah. All right, next up, abilities. So Hunters, so Threaded Spectre, increased cooldown duration of Marksman's Dodge and Gambler's Dodge when Threaded Spectre is equipped. Removed dodge cooldown penalty after creating clone. If the clone is destroyed by attacks, it no longer spawns threadlings. Increased the amount of time the clone will distract nearby combatants. So I know, maybe it was when the last DLC launched or just after, they did end up nerfing Threaded Spectre, and especially because that clone was just overpowered. So it was really obvious that it was not doing the damage that it should in PvE or PvP. It was, just a colorful clone. So next up is the Snare Bomb. So reduce the time the smoke bomb projectile lingers in the world from 10 seconds to 3.5. Dude, that's 75% nerf. Wow. That really kind of sucks. So I guess that's a thing. Reduced the player movement speed penalty imparted by the smoke by 25%. So if you're moving through the smoke, you know how that you're going to be able to move through it a whole lot faster. So that kind of sucks. So Titans, next up. So fix an issue where some players had the Twilight Arsenal Super unlocked for Prismatic, but not their Void subclass. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. Grenades. So Swarm Grenades. Increased Swarm Grenades based cooldown duration by 15% and moved Swarm Grenades to a lower recharge tier for non-passive grenade energy gains. Yeah, it's basically it's one of the grenades that not many people use. Swarm grenades, to my opinion, just kind of suck. They're okay for PvE, but in PvP, they're kind of meh. Unless you're whoever you're throwing them at is already taking tick damage, and then the swarm grenade is able to take a couple of hits on them and take them down. But yeah, next up we've also got the UI and UX fixes. So Fireteam Finder. So fixed an issue where Encore would not appear as an option in Fireteam Finder. Due to the Fireteam Finder display criteria, players should only expect to see entries standard and expert for the version of the mission they can currently launch from the helm. Yeah, so it's a good thing that they noticed this and got it fixed right away, because some of those Fireteam Finder issues, especially for the solo players out there, can be a little bit of a pain. Everybody, appreciate you all very, very much. Like I said, hit the like and hit the sub button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, if there's any of the raids, the dungeons, the exotic missions that you guys are looking to do, hit the Discord link up right on my YouTube page there. You'll see it, as well as if there is any of the other games that you guys are playing right now, because I know a lot of people are not playing Destiny. Hit us up. We might be playing them too. Join the Discord. Come shoot the shit with us. Everybody, until next week, you all be safe and take care.